It began with a tremor, a faint ripple that spread across the fabric of the multiverse, unnoticed by most but unmistakable to those attuned to its nuances. In Universe 7, Goku stood atop a jagged rock on Beerus' planet. His fists clenched as he sparred with Vegeta. The two Saiyans exchanged blows with fierce intensity, their training a never-ending quest for strength. But mid-punch, Goku froze. His expression turned serious as he felt something, an energy, unlike anything he had ever encountered. Beerus groaned, sitting up from his nap under a cherry blossom tree. Another anomaly? Just destroy it and be done with it. Goku, however, was already grinning. No way! If there's someone strong behind this, I have to meet them. Meanwhile, in a small apartment in City Z, Saitama sat on his worn-out couch, his eyes half-lidded as he flipped through TV channels. The hero had long since grown bored of his world. No monster or villain could match his strength. Even Genos, his eager disciple, couldn't bring excitement to his training anymore. I should have gone to the grocery store today, Saitama muttered to himself, scratching his bald head. He settled on a low-budget superhero show, only for his TV to flicker violently. A portal suddenly appeared in the middle of his living room, the swirling energy sucking in everything around it. Saitama stared blankly. Another one of those weird things. Before he could react, the portal expanded, engulfing him in its pull. He didn't resist. He simply stood up, letting himself get sucked in. After all, it might lead to something interesting. On the other side of the multiverse, Goku used instant transmission to track the strange energy signature. He appeared in a barren wasteland, the sky an unnatural shade of purple as the dimensions clashed. In the center of the chaos stood Saitama, his yellow jumpsuit as unimpressive as his expression. He blinked at Goku, who appeared before him in a flash. "You're the one causing all this, aren't you?" Goku asked, his tone friendly but laced with curiosity. Saitama tilted his head. Nah, I was just watching TV. Goku chuckled, his competitive spirit igniting. Nope, this is my Super Saiyan form. I get the feeling you're holding back. So how about we spar a little? Just for fun. Saitama sighed, crossing his arms. I don't know, man. I've been told I'm kind of overkill. Goku's grin widened. We'll see about that. Without waiting for a response, Goku powered up to Super Saiyan, his golden aura blazing and shaking the ground beneath him. Rocks floated upward as his energy surged, and a strong wind blew across the wasteland. Saitama yawned. All right, he said, cracking his knuckles. Let's get this over with. Goku lunged forward, his fists glowing with energy as he aimed a punch at Saitama. To his surprise, the bald hero dodged effortlessly, moving just enough to avoid the blow without breaking a sweat. Saitama's expression remained blank. The wasteland became a battlefield. As the fight between Goku and Saitama escalated, Goku's golden Super Saiyan aura illuminated the area, while Saitama stood motionless, his hands casually in his pockets. The Saiyan darted forward, moving at speeds faster than the human eye could track. A flurry of punches rained down on Saitama, each one strong enough to shatter mountains. But none of them landed. Saitama sidestepped effortlessly, his expression remaining as blank as ever. He leaned slightly to the left to avoid a punch, tilted his head to dodge another, and even took the time to glance at the sky mid-fight. Goku, frustrated yet thrilled, increased the intensity of his attacks, his strikes becoming more precise and rapid. Come on! Goku shouted, throwing a spinning kick aimed at Saitama's head. Aren't you going to fight back? Saitama sighed, finally stepping back and raising his hand to catch Goku's leg. The grip was firm, yet completely devoid of effort. Goku's eyes widened as Saitama pushed him backward, sending the Saiyan skidding across the ground. I don't usually go all out right away, Saitama said, brushing some dust off his glove. But if you really want me to try, I can throw a punch or two. Goku grinned, wiping a streak of dirt from his cheek. I was hoping you'd say that. He clenched his fists and roared, his golden aura suddenly intensifying. Lightning crackled around him as his hair and eyes shifted from gold to a bright blue. The transformation into Super Saiyan Blue sent shockwaves rippling outward, shattering nearby rock formations and lifting debris into the air. Saitama squinted, unimpressed. You changed your hair color again? Is that your big move? It's more than just a new color, Goku said, vanishing in an instant. He reappeared behind Saitama, throwing a powerful punch. This time, the impact connected, creating a shockwave that echoed across the wasteland. Saitama was sent flying but landed on his feet, skidding to a halt a few meters away. He rubbed his chin as if testing how much it hurt. Saitama said. Not bad. Most people just explode when I let them hit me. I knew it! Goku shouted, his excitement evident. You've been holding back this whole time. Saitama dusted off his jumpsuit, then took a step forward. All right, I'll give you something. Just don't cry about it later. In a blur, Saitama appeared directly in front of Goku, his fist aimed squarely at the Saiyan's face. Goku barely had time to react, raising his arms in defense. The punch connected with a force so immense that the ground beneath them shattered like glass, creating a massive crater. Goku was sent flying, smashing through multiple rock formations before coming to a stop. He groaned as he stood, rubbing his arms. They were sore, and he could feel the raw power behind Saitama's attack. Wow, that was incredible, Goku admitted. You're strong, really strong. Saitama shrugged. I told you, I haven't had a fight like this in a long time, Goku said, wiping a streak of sweat from his brow. But I get the feeling you're still holding back. Saitama stood relaxed, his posture nonchalant as ever. I mean, yeah, this is usually the part where people give up or explode. You're still here, though. That's new. Goku chuckled. Well, I'm not like most people. Let's see if you can keep up with this. Saitama tilted his head, looking vaguely interested. You're really going all out, huh? Goku shot forward faster than before. He unleashed a barrage of punches, each one powerful enough to annihilate a planet. Saitama responded with casual movements, dodging and blocking with minimal effort. But this time, even he began to feel the force behind Goku's strikes. The bald hero's serious expression emerged, a rarity in his battles. All right, fine, Saitama muttered, his tone shifting. I'll take this up a notch too. Saitama raised his fist, and for the first time in their fight he got serious. A single punch from him tore through the air, creating a shockwave so powerful that it split the clouds above and carved a trench into the earth below. Goku barely dodged, the sheer force of the punch brushing past him and sending him spinning backward. That was close, Goku said, laughing nervously as he steadied himself in midair. You weren't kidding around with that one. Saitama didn't respond. His focus was now locked on Goku, his demeanor completely different from his earlier indifference. You're tough, he admitted. This might actually take more than one punch. Goku smirked, exhilarated by the challenge. Good, let's see how far we can take this. As Goku tapped into Ultra Instinct, his movements became fluid and effortless. He no longer thought about his attacks. His body moved on its own, dodging Saitama's strikes and countering with precision. The two warriors moved like forces of nature, their battle shaking the multiverse itself. Whis nodded. Indeed, it's as if he exists outside the natural order. But look at Goku. He's evolving even as they fight. Remarkable. Saitama crouched slightly, his muscles tensing. His serious mode was now fully activated, his aura flaring around him in a way Goku had never seen before. The ground beneath Saitama crumbled under the weight of his power, but Goku wasn't ready to give up. He steadied himself and began charging, an attack of his own, a technique he had used only sparingly. As Saitama watched, Goku raised his hands, summoning energy from every corner of the multiverse. The spirit bomb began to form, a massive sphere of energy that glowed brighter than the sun. This is my ultimate move, Goku said, his voice echoing across the battlefield. Let's see if you can take it. That's pretty big, Saitama remarked, looking up at the attack. Goku, panting heavily, smirked. This is everything I've got. If you can take this, you're really something else. With a mighty heave, Goku hurled the spirit bomb. It tore through the air like a falling star, its energy distorting space itself. The ground quaked under its force, and even the gods watching from afar could feel its overwhelming power. Planting his feet firmly, Saitama's fist clenched. All right, let's do this. He punched upward, just as the spirit bomb collided with him. The impact unleashed a cataclysmic explosion that shook the planet, vaporizing everything in its wake. The shockwave reached the heavens, creating a light so blinding it could be seen from distant dimensions. As the energy faded, the battlefield was left in silence. Goku hovered above, scanning the area. In the center of a massive crater, Saitama stood, his clothes tattered but otherwise unharmed. "Not bad," Saitama said, brushing dust off his shoulder. "That one made me try a little." Digging deep into his reserves, Goku unleashed the full power of Ultra Instinct, his silver aura flaring brilliantly. His body moved effortlessly, driven purely by instinct. Saitama tilted his head, his stance shifting slightly. For the first time, Saitama matched Goku's intensity. The two warriors clashed, their blows creating shockwaves that reshaped the land. Goku's strikes were sharper, faster, and more precise, while Saitama's counters carried an effortless yet overwhelming force. The battlefield couldn't contain the ferocity of their fight. After trading countless blows, Goku saw an opening. In a blur of motion, he appeared behind Saitama and delivered a crushing strike to his back, sending him hurtling into the ground. Goku followed up with a barrage of energy blasts, each one more powerful than the last. When the dust settled, Saitama lay on his back staring at the sky. He let out a small chuckle. "Not bad at all. You gave me a real workout." Goku landed nearby, panting. "Does that mean I win?" Saitama sat up smiling. "Sure, let's call it your win. You earned it. Not many people push me like that." Goku grinned, relief washing over him. "You're the toughest opponent I've ever faced." The two shook hands, their mutual respect evident. From afar, Whis and Beerus observed the scene. "Your Saiyan pulled it off," Beerus said, his voice tinged with approval. Whis nodded. "Indeed. Though I think Saitama held back just enough to make it interesting." As the sun set over the ravaged battlefield, Goku and Saitama shared a rare camaraderie. Though their battle had ended, they both knew this was only the beginning of an endless journey towards strength. "Maybe we'll fight again someday," Goku said with a smile. Saitama shrugged. "Sure, but next time let's try not to blow up the planet." And with that, two of the greatest warriors walked away, their spirits ignited by the promise of future challenges.